Good morning, students. In the previous lecture, I told you about cubical networks regarding capacitors and then some symmetry rules. Okay, in today's class, we will see the next part of the capacitors, that's part 6 of capacitors. So here we'll be studying how do we determine the equivalent capacitance, okay, when we have metal plates given in the question. Okay, so we'll see this with some examples. Okay, so sometimes they ask you for a parallel plate capacitor with a number of plates connected. Say all the plates are of equal area and equidistant. Okay, and large number of plates alternately connected to positive and negative terminals of the battery. Okay, so assume that all these plates are connected to negative terminal. These are connected to positive terminal. Assume the distance between the plates is uniform. Okay, we'll take it as D, and area of the plate is also constant. Then find out the equivalent capacitance of this type of arrangement. So for solving this type of questions, first check whether alternate plates are positive or not. Say if this is plus, this is minus, plus and minus, plus and minus, plus and minus and positive. So when you have alternate positive and negative plates connected to the battery, the number of capacitors, that means each gap will behave like a capacitor here, and all these capacitors are connected in parallel combination. So count the number of gaps: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, altogether we have got 8 gaps. I repeat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 gaps. So the equivalent capacitance of this combination will be 8 times of epsilon naught A divided by D. Okay, where epsilon naught A divided by D is the capacitance of each parallel plate capacitor. So this is one model of the question, okay, which is given in the NEET exam or in mains. And sometimes they may also ask you if the total number of plates are n. So count the number of positive and negative plates together here. Okay, so this is plate number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Total, if you have 9 plates, we have got the capacitance 8 times of epsilon naught A divided by D. So sometimes if they ask you if n number of plates are alternately connected to positive and negative terminals of the battery, what is the equivalent capacitance? So in such a case, you can remember the formula. C equivalent will be n minus 1, n is the total number of plates, into epsilon naught A divided by D. So this gives you the equivalent capacitance. Okay, so this is the first model of the question by using parallel plates. Now coming to the second part of the question. Okay, one more question related to parallel plates. Okay, it may not be all the time alternate plates connected to positive and negative terminals. Sometimes there may be a question like this. There are 4 plates, equal area and equidistant. This is connected to the terminal P, this is Q, and the first and fourth plates are connected to each other. Okay, determine the equivalent capacitance of this type of arrangement. Now see, alternate plates are not positive and negative. Say if I take P as positive, Q is negative, but we do not know what is the charge on these 2 plates. So in such a case, look at the method of solving. Start with P, first number the plates. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Start from P. P is connected to plate number 2. Okay, we have 3 capacitors here. This gap is 1 capacitor, this is another capacitor and this is third capacitor. We are trying to find out what is the equivalent capacitance of this combination. So P is connected to plate number 2, Q is connected to plate number 3. This is Q and this is connected to plate number 3. So where is your first capacitor between 1 and 2? So 2 is already existing. I will make this as plate number 1. So this is completed. Second capacitor is between 2 and 3. So take one plate from 2, because this is 2, I am extending it, making it as 2. Another from 3. This is forming one capacitor. Then between 3 and 4 also we have a capacitance. 3 is already existing. So draw a line, name this plate as 4. Now 1 is connected to 4. So join 1 and 4. Now see, we have modified this arrangement to this. We have 3 capacitors. 2 of them are in series. The combination is in parallel to third. So if I write the capacitance of this as C, C and C, where C is epsilon naught A by D, find out what is the equivalent capacitance between P and Q. C and C in series will become C by 2. That is in parallel to C. Okay, you are right? C by 2 and C are in parallel. So equivalent capacitance will be C by 2 plus C. Your answer would be 3C divided by 2. So this is how, when metal plates are given, you can find out the equivalent capacitance. Let's look at one more example of similar model, calculating the equivalent capacitance. Okay, say the arrangement consists of, again, 4 plates equidistant. Let this be connected to the terminal P, this to Q, and I will join 1 and 3. All are equidistant. Plate area is also taken as same. Now again start. First number the plates. 1, 2, 3 and 4. First capacitor is between 1 and 2, second between 2 and 3, third between 3 and 4. Start with P first. So this is your terminal P, which is connected to plate number 2. Q is connected to plate number 4. Okay, that is your second step. Then there is a capacitor between 1 and 2. 2 is existing, so I will make one line, call this as 1. Another capacitor is between 2 and 3. This is 2. I draw one more line, call it as 3. Okay, these two are completed. Now the last one is between 3 and 4. See, 3 is here and 4 is here. So I will make one more plate, name it as 3. Join these 3 2's, this 3 with this 3, because they are of same potential. Now 1 is connected to 3, last step. Join 1 and 3. Now look at this arrangement. We have 2 capacitors in parallel followed by series combination. So what is the equivalent capacitance when these two are in parallel combination? C and C, 2C, and this is C. So when you find out the equivalent capacitance, we get equivalent capacitance as 2C into C divided by 2C plus C, that is 3C. So what is your equivalent capacitance of this network? 2 by 3 times of C, where C is epsilon naught A divided by D. And sometimes when they are asking you this type of questions, there may be a dielectric also filled. Okay, suppose this region we fill with dielectric. Okay, between 3 and 4, if there is a dielectric slab of dielectric constant K. Okay, we have already seen in parallel plate capacitors that when you fill a dielectric, capacitance will increase by K times. So if you have a dielectric constant between 3 and 4, this capacitor will have a capacitance of K into C. Okay, instead of C, you will make it as Kc. So if this becomes Kc, here you will get Kc, 3 plus K mean 2C plus Kc. You can modify the relation according to the question. So like this, some modifications can be made in the question, but this is the main procedure or the sequence of steps for finding out the equivalent capacitance. Now again coming to metal or parallel plate capacitors with dielectrics. Okay, look at the next question. So it's a parallel plate capacitor. Plate area is A. Okay, I'm not showing you the complete area. Let this be the area of the plates. Okay, and in between these two plates, we are going to fill this region with 2 different dielectric materials. Okay, the whole region is filled with 2 dielectric slabs. Say this is one dielectric till half the distance. Okay, the distance between the plates is D. half the distance between the plates is filled with a dielectric slab whose dielectric constant is K1. The remaining part we are filling with another material. So assume that this is the second material. Having a dielectric constant K2. Okay, so this is your plate. Area of the plates is taken as capital A, distance between the plates is taken as D, and you are asked to find out the equivalent capacitance for this type of arrangement. Then in such a case, okay, I will make this into two-dimensional figure. If these are the plates of the capacitor, exactly half of it we are filled with K1. Remaining half is having a dielectric constant K2. Now, if you want the equivalent capacitance between A and B, first look at this first capacitor. This is equivalent to two capacitors connected in series. Okay, I'm dividing the capacitance till here so that I get two capacitors. First one is completely filled with K1. Second is completely filled with K2. If I call this as C1 and C2, what should be the value of C1? For completely filled, K1 epsilon naught A by, see, half the distance is taken for the first capacitor, so D becomes D by 2. So what should C1 be equal to? 2 K1 epsilon naught A by D. Call this as equation 1. Similarly, find the value of C2. It will be 2 K2 epsilon naught A divided by D. Call this as equation 2. Now, how are the two capacitors connected in series? And we know when two capacitors are in series combination, what is your equivalent capacitance? I am writing the equivalent here. C equivalent will be C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. Take out epsilon or 2 epsilon naught A by D common. You will get C equivalent as 2 epsilon naught A by D if I write it outside. Here you will get it as K1 K2 by K1 plus K2. Or if you take this 2 inside, it is 2 K1 K2 by K1 plus K2 epsilon naught A by D. And sometimes you may also ask, or they may also ask you a question, what is the equivalent dielectric constant for this type of arrangement? That means instead of using two different materials and getting this capacitance, if I want to replace it with a single material, what should be its dielectric constant? In that case, you can compare it. So this term is playing the role of K equivalent. So what is the K equivalent for this? It's 2 K1 K2 by K1 plus K2. So this is the first model where half the distance is filled with K1, remaining half is filled with K2. Only two materials are being given. Now for two materials, what did we get? K equivalent as 2 K1 K2 by K1 plus K2. I'll modify this. I can also write this as 2 by K equivalent is 1 by K1 plus 1 by K2. So this is your equation. So for two materials with equal distance, or means equal gap or equal width, we have got this answer. Now how do we modify it if I give you three different materials in vertical connection? If it is three different materials, modify it. 2 becomes 3. 3 by K equivalent will be 1 by K1 plus 1 by K2 plus 1 by K3. Then for n different materials, you can modify it as n by K equivalent of equal thickness. So n by K equivalent is 1 by K1 plus 1 by K2, as many materials as you are going to have. If it is n materials, write it as 1 by Kn. Okay, so you can remember this if they ask you to calculate what is the equivalent dielectric constant of the material for this arrangement. Okay, so this is the first case. Then next, again I will be using two different materials, but not vertically, horizontally. Okay, these are the two plates of a parallel plate capacitor. Half of the area of the plates is filled with a material whose dielectric constant is K1. This remaining half with another material whose dielectric constant is K2. Distance between the plates is D, area of the plates is A, and you need to find out the equivalent capacitance. Now since here area is reduced to half, we can divide this figure into two parts, upper and lower. This is one capacitor which is completely filled with a material of dielectric constant K1, and below this you have another material with a dielectric constant K2. So if I call this as capacitance C1 and this as capacitance C2. Calculate C1 and C2. What is C1? K1 epsilon naught. See, area is reduced to half because only half of the area of the plates is filled with K1 divided by D. Then C2 is K2 epsilon naught A by 2. Area has reduced to half divided by D. And once you know C1 and C2, I think it's not a problem to find equivalent capacitance. They are in parallel combination, so it should be C1 plus C2. That is nothing but K1 plus K2 by 2 into epsilon naught A divided by D. Now for two materials, we have got K equivalent as K1 plus K2 by 2. If it is n different materials, what will you do? For n materials filled horizontally, K equivalent would be K1 plus K2 and so on up to Kn divided by as many materials as you use, that will be equal to n. Okay, this is for horizontal filling. Now let's take a combination. Okay, a few materials are horizontally filled and some are vertically filled. Then how do you split the capacitor? Observe this carefully. This is a parallel plate capacitor. I'll fill it with three different materials now, K1, K2 and K3. See, half the distance between the plates is filled with K1 and K2. This is D by 2 and this is A by 2 and A by 2, whatever. If I call this as K1, this part is K2 and this complete portion is K3. So how many different materials we have used here? Three different materials. So in such a case, okay, be careful. How do we calculate the equivalent capacitance? So okay, don't make a mistake of dividing this into one capacitor, this as another capacitor and this as another capacitor. See, if I divide it till here, throughout this line, potential is not same. Okay, as I told you, suppose here I am applying a potential 100 and this is 0, any numbers, the potential drop across this width depends on the dielectric constant. Say if suppose dielectric constant is 2, potential decreases by 2 times. Okay, so here potential may be reduced by 2 times. But if this dielectric constant is different, here potential drop will be different. So don't divide the capacitor along this line. If you divide it along this line, throughout this line, potential is not going to remain constant. So that kind of division should not be done. So that's why what we do is, we divide this into two horizontal portions. Like till here if I make it into two parts, upper part is one capacitor, lower part is another capacitor. So what will be the equivalent capacitance of this? How does this figure look like? I'll divide it this way. Okay, we did not divide it along this line, we have divided it along the middle portion, that means horizontal division is taken. This is filled with K1, area A by 2, A by 2, D by 2, D by 2, K1 is followed by K3. And here I have K2 followed by K3, A by 2, A by 2, sorry, D by 2, D by 2. Area of the plates is A by 2 and A by 2. Join. So this will be your arrangement. Now I have 4 capacitors all together. C1, C3, C2, C3. These two are in series. These two are in series. The combination is in parallel. Okay, so write down what is C1 equal to K1 epsilon naught. Area also became half. Distance also has become half. A by 2 by D by 2 and it will remain as epsilon naught A by D. Similarly, what is C2? K2 epsilon naught A by D. And C3, for this one I am calling it as C3, K3 epsilon naught A by D. Okay, if I write it as K1C, this is K2C and this is K3C. Now, how are these two capacitors connected in series? So, what is the equivalent capacitance of this upper part? Okay, for the upper part C1 dash I will call it, because they are in series combination C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. So, K1 C into K3C divided by K1C plus K3C. So, upper portion's equivalent capacitance, okay, so I will write it that side, will become K1 K3 by K1 plus K3 into C. Similarly, for the lower part, what will you get C2 dash as? It's a combination of 2 and 3. K2 K3 by K2 plus K3 into C. Then how are these two capacitors connected in parallel? So C equivalent is sum of these two values. So K1 K3 by K1 plus K3 plus K2 K3 by K2 plus K3 whole multiplied with C. So here C is epsilon naught A divided by D. So this gives you the equivalent capacitance. So again I repeat, do not make the mistake of dividing it like this, taking K1 and K2 in parallel and that is in series with K3. Because when you divide it along this line, it is not an equipotential surface. So this is another model related to the dielectric slabs. So these 5 questions or 6 models, whatever we have discussed today, all of them are related to parallel plate capacitors. Okay, when number of plates are given, then how do we find out the equivalent capacitance? So this is the next model of the question. Okay, so that is capacitors part 6. So revise it properly. Okay, so with this series parallel combinations are done regarding parallel plates capacitor.